Hello, my name is Kiara Watson, and welcome to a new segment of Ram's Puzzle Piece, where we talk about the organizations on campus and how you fit the puzzle at Texas Wesleyan. For today's segment, we have the honor of welcoming the members of Texas Wesleyan's very own comic book club. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Yeah, nice to be here.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Would you like to start off by just introducing yourselves and your roles in the comic book club?
All right. Yeah. My name is Gabriel, and I'm the current president of the comic book club.
My name's Kelvin Coker, and I'm the vice president of the comic book club.
And my name's David, and I am the event coordinator of the comic book club.
Right. Before we start asking and answering questions, I would like to mention the purpose of our segment. Most students, especially new students, are not familiar with organizations or clubs that are offered on campus. I mean, if you were doing a puzzle and you found out that you were missing a piece, how would that make you feel?
My feelings would be really hurt.
Right, hurt, frustrated. So the way I would like to think about it is that the organizations here on campus are like a puzzle that need to be solved. Puzzles have pieces that need to be put together in order to get the bigger picture. Not only that, they help to build motor skills and cognitive thinking that help you become a better person. Now, I have a puzzle game for you to play while we talk about what the comic book club is, if you'd like to play along.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Perfect. Now, you have the entire interview to solve the puzzle you choose. If you solve it before your last question, then you get a prize. If you don't, that's all right. You're still going to walk away with the prize in the end. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. Now, as I mentioned before, most students do not know where to go when it comes to looking for organizations on campus, even less if they don't know where to find them. Can you guys tell me where on Texas Wesleyan your organization meets?
The club meets in the church at room 26, sometimes on room 24.
Okay. So what does your organization do as the comic book club?
Well, we mostly speak about comics, movies, and everything pop culture, really. Any trending topic at the time, everything we like.
Anything, yeah. We're not just like comics, you know. That's a misconception about our club because we are just called comic book club, but we're looking to change that in the future.
Mm-hmm. Right, so speaking about that, actually saying how you guys are different and there is that misconception, what do you believe makes the comic book club stand out from other organizations here on campus?
I believe that what makes us stand out is that it's like a sense of family with one another. You know, we may hang out or we may have these meetings and we may act professional and all that when things need to be done or when we want to plan things out, but outside of the club, we like to hang out with each other and we're really good friends with each other, and you know, it's always welcoming and the family keeps growing.
I think that really is amazing that you have that connection as a family. And speaking of family, how many members are in your organization?
Currently, we are around 6 or 7.
Okay. What is something unique about the comic book club that other organizations on campus might not be doing?
Well, I think just the family aspect we have, and that we hang out together every time we can. We're really close together, and I personally don't see that happening in other organizations.
Right, so other than an organization, you guys are friends till you hang out outside. I think that is something that makes you unique.
Yeah, we also try to collaborate with a lot of different groups, and we try to have a bunch of different, I guess, geek-oriented events going on. So.
Yeah, and that all sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds like you stick true to what you said in the beginning, that you are a family.
Absolutely.
So how long has your family or your organization been on campus?
We started last semester in the winter time, courtesy of Dr. Atkinson. And ever since then, we've been meeting pretty consistently. Same place that we mentioned at the beginning.
Right, so you've spoken a lot about your organization and how you guys are a family, but why do you believe students should join the comic book club, or why should they be interested?
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, that's a great response.
I think a very good thing to bring up is that I feel like a lot of people, especially in this culture, love the MCU movies and all the superhero movies and all that, and that just keeps growing. And I feel like a lot of people don't actually talk about it or like to say that they talk about it, and I feel like the club is a good way that they could talk about the things that they love with other people that enjoy that. So.
Right, so to all you Marvel fans who are dying to talk about it, join the comic book club. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We are back here on Ram's Puzzle Piece with the Comic Book Club. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome again.
Before we resume, let's take a look at your progress. Okay, you have solved one already. You are on fire.
Don't look at mine.
Kelvin,
No.
I see you've been fiddling with it. What's happening, man?
Well, sometimes
okay,
you give
okay.
100% and you just don't get hit back.
Well, just to let you know, we are within the halfway mark of our interview.
It's not looking good right now.
No, looking very grim.
Busy?
You'd be mad if I just ripped it.
Yes, I would be. So we've covered a bit about what the Comic Book Club is. Now let's talk about how it can benefit the students. What are some skills that students can learn if they join the Comic Book Club?
I believe that if people join a comic book club, they can get skills like that you would never even think of, such as confidence, openness, which is the ability to listen to other people's opinions and
communication.
Communicate with them. I say confidence because once people get like a safe place to talk about the stuff they feel embarrassed to talk about, then you just end up feeling a whole lot better about it.
100%. I think that practicing communication in that safe space is definitely a great way to build confidence. So now that we've spoken about that, are there any trips that you guys go on or volunteer opportunities that are offered with joining the Comic Book Club?
As of right now, we don't have any real volunteer opportunities, but we do have some trips that we talk about, and if we're able to make possible, then we're definitely going to do things like that, like Comic-Con or anything.
Oh, wow.
So that's still in the air, but it's something that could be happening.
Right, so your organization sounds great so far. You guys are a family, you have fun, you build confidence. So in terms of joining the Comic Book Club, are there any additional fees that you have to pay that are applied to joining?
Absolutely not. You just
No.
show
But
up.
if you want to pay us, then we won't be opposed to
So
it.
it's fun and it's free. So what type of activities do you guys get up to when you do have your meetings?
We don't really do any activities other than, unless you consider debating an activity. Because we do debate a lot about certain topics, and it gets pretty heated sometimes.
Okay, so that's what you guys do? You get together and you debate?
Yeah, and that's another skill, actually.
Ah,
skills you can
yes. That was good that you picked up on that.
Other things that we do is just talk about like each other's day and just, actually care about one another. When we plan things out, it's more of, I guess, things that we need to do outside of the meetings. So that type of stuff is talked about, but it isn't really done because, we have to actually physically go out there and do it. So.
Yeah, it's just something we do because it's fun. Went to Serious Pizza last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Aww.
Really
All right.
big pizza.
And yours was small, but yeah.
So how flexible are the hours? If students wanted to join the Comic Book Club, Is it easy or difficult to accommodate a full-time student, athlete, students that commute? Can they fit that into their schedule?
Absolutely. I mean, it's during a free period on Thursdays when we meet, so it's extremely flexible. If you can't make it, then you can't make it. But that's when we meet.
Yeah,
And
and
I think that's pretty flexible.
last semester we met also on Tuesdays at 12:30. So we can incorporate that if we get more members that need more specific times.
We've spoken about what's required to join in terms of fees and hours that students can expect. So now I want to ask, are there any requirements or additional knowledge that you would recommend that new students should have before they join the comic book club?
I don't think there really should be any requirements or knowledge. I mean, obviously, this is a geek-oriented club, so it'd be nice if, you know, you knew some things like from either Marvel, DC, or comics related, or even just standard movies. I mean, it doesn't matter. We talk about it all the time, so as long as you know a little bit of, you know, pop culture, then that's fine with us.
All right, we will be right back with Ram's puzzle piece after this advertisement.
The human brain. It takes years to build one right. Adding memories to knowledge to experience. The result is who you are and what you know. But you can also undo, unscrew, and forget. Using marijuana is like that. Marijuana can erase IQ points. It can delete memories and short-circuit the brain's ability to concentrate. It takes years to build a brain. It might be worth a little time to learn more about marijuana and its risks. Go to samhsa.gov/marijuana and use your brain. It's the only one you'll ever have.
Welcome back to Ram's puzzle piece with the Comic Book Club. We are reaching the end of our segment, so I'm going to take a look at your progress.
You said you weren't gonna check.
I lied. So you two still, I mean, you're doing something, Kelvin, and you've solved another one. Boys,
Not really that impressive.
boys, I think it is.
Well, if I tried, I mean, maybe I was actually trying.
All right, well, I believe I just have a few more questions for you before we reach the end of our segment. So let's get to know your experience with the Comic Book Club. How long have each of you been a part of it, and were you guys some of the first members to join?
Me and him are original members.
Okay.
David joined late in the last semester, around yeah.
Yeah. The
That wasn't Halloween. That was what was that event called where everybody had like presentations and stuff? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, was it?
RamCon?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He joined in last semester.
Okay. So since you've been a part of the Comic Book Club, what have been some of your most memorable moments?
Well, I think for me, it's when we went to watch Multiverse of Madness, regardless of the opinions people may have on the movie.
It was terrible.
I enjoyed it.
Awful.
Oh,
A good time with my fellow members.
I would say that, but the movie was awful, so I can't.
so you can't? The
Right.
memory just doesn't exist anymore because the movie was that bad.
Burn on my ear.
Oh.
Just forgetting it completely. Terrible movie. No, but yeah, that was pretty fun. I can't just choose one memory because I feel like we had so many great ones. So
I feel like mine is always a bunch of debates that they get into, so that's always fun, and it's always weekly, so that's something to look forward to every week, in my opinion.
Right, so you guys make new memories all the time. You know, and you spoke to me earlier about the fact that when you meet, even if you're debating, you guys will stop and talk about your day, you know, and ask each other what's going on outside of the group. So with that being said, would you consider yourselves almost a support group for students on campus?
yeah, in a way, not directly, but yeah, absolutely. Support group, no doubt.
So looking back on your journey with the Comic Book Club, what was an obstacle that you came across that you were able to overcome with the help of this club and maybe its members?
You mean like personal?
Personal, academic, in the group, just anything that you feel that members in the group or just being a part of it helped you overcome. Maybe, like you said, for some people who lacked confidence, being a part of the group gave them confidence. Maybe you were having a bad day and talking to someone in the group helped you. Anything like that, that the group has helped you to overcome.
I'll say when I joined, it helped me get out my shell a little more because I wasn't never really involved with campus stuff until I joined Connect and I joined CBC. So I say that helped me a lot in the long run for sure.
Yeah, the same for me. Like, I'm an international student, and it was kind of hard for me at the start to socialize, and the comic book club has helped me a lot.
I think for me, it's just specifically putting myself out there in this type of community, just because I like to, I guess, keep to myself. And I used to just go home straight after class, but I think it's helped me want to get out there more and do more things with other people. So.
All right, so now my final question to you is, if you were to recommend the comic book club to someone, how would you pitch it?
That's a question from the president.
Absolutely, Mr. President.
I guess the way I would pitch it is initially how I feel like we stand out from other groups is that if you want to feel like you're a part of a family and you want to do a bunch of fun stuff, whether it's a weekly basis or whenever you want to join us, if you want to feel that in your college experience, then make sure to join the comic book club. And we're here every Thursday, so don't miss out.
Wow, that was pretty good. I mean, I almost want to join your club if only I had the time. We have,
what everybody
unfortunately,
It's free period.
oh, I have meetings. I have meetings during that period, so I work. Sorry, guys.
You and everybody
But-
else.
Sadly, we have reached the end of our segment. Before we go, let's take a look at your puzzles. I'm not even going to look at the side of the table. I'm just going to go straight here. You
I
solved
was so
both
close to
of
breaking
them.
this.
Both of them. All right, so I'm going to go
I was almost
ahead.
done.
Let's be honest, Kelvin. You tried, and it's okay.
I
It's
didn't
okay.
really
I'm going to go ahead and grab your prizes. All right, so for you, since you were our winner today, you get to pick from these cute, quirky, lovely prizes over here. You guys get an Easter egg. Well done.
Just one?
Yes, thank you for participating.
Yeah, he cheated.
Can I get
by
this
the
little
way.
chicken?
Take the little chicken. It's my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. It was my absolute pleasure to meet you, and I just want to thank you for telling us more about the Comic Book Club here at Texas Wesleyan. Thank you everyone for tuning into our segment of Ram's Puzzle Piece. Don't forget to follow our social media on Facebook at The Rambler, on YouTube at the TWU Rambler, and our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Rambler TWU. My name is Kiara Watson, and this is Rambler TV.
Rambler TV.